Hello, and welcome back to the Hawkins Hellfire Collective. I'm Devin Grubb.
And I'm Zach Grubb.
And today starts our special series of 21 episodes of our character deep dives.
Yep, we're going to talk about all of the major players in Stranger Things, one at a time.
Yeah, so we went back and we rewatched every season. So season 1 all the way through season 5. And we took notes on every single character from season 1 to season 5. And we're gonna talk about them because we haven't done that.
Yeah, I mean, the main concept here is to track a character's evolution throughout the show. I think in a lot of our older episodes where we go through the seasons, we talk about areas where people, didn't act like their normal selves or did something that we thought was wildly out of character. This is to better define the character.
Yes. And just so we're all aware, Zach was an English major and I was not. So our notes are really funny.
I mean, if anything, I feel like I wrote less because of that.
And I wrote more because of that. All right.
So we're going to start with season 1, Mike. And
yes.
We apologize as we get our footing here. We're kind of just like looking at our notes and stream of conscious here, talking about the characters.
And like, honestly, I feel like my season 1 notes are very like disjointed almost. And then as we go through each season, I started like kind of figuring out what exactly we were doing in this.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I kind of feel like season 1 was one of the lightest areas for note-taking and like developing character, because these kids they showed you who they were very quickly in the first episode.
Yeah, and it's kind of just, it's an introduction to them, and then as it goes on, it gets more meaty.
Yeah, there's more growth.
Yeah. All right, so you wanna?
Actually, you have the better note to start us out.
What? That Mike is a storyteller?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it starts off, they're in the basement, and they're playing D&D, and Mike is the DM, and he's painting this picture of what it is that they're exploring.
Yeah, the world that they're exploring.
The world that they're exploring. And it's a very clear picture. He's got everybody just, like, wrapped in what he's saying.
Yeah, and I think that aspect of Mike is very important early on.
Mm-hmm.
And it falls off partway through, but it obviously comes back in the end pretty hard.
Yeah, it falls off for 3 seasons.
No.
That's 2.5.
Yeah. But I noticed that he likes to use fake outs as a DM. It kind of speaks to what a good storyteller he is.
Mm-hmm.
He's not just going through and saying, okay, you did this, now this happens. You did this, now this happens. No, he's playing with them. They are pawns in the game that he's created.
That he's made, yeah.
And he seems to be a little bit ruthless, with the ultimate goal of wanting everyone to have a good time, but he will not let poor play stop his story from ending in a way that his party will not like. Which is good. That's a good storyteller.
Yeah, I mean, you would have more intel on that as the DM yourself.
I actually do have very specifically something that happened today, where I could have been super easy and let the party I was playing with win this encounter that they were in, but instead I went with what the dice said happened, and they lost one of their party members. Like, permanently.
See?
Yeah, they ultimately failed their mission, and that's going to have consequences later.
Got our own Mike Wheeler here, guys.
No.
Not really.
No.
No, not at all, actually. But that's okay. I digress. Something also that I noticed, I shouldn't say I noticed, it's evident. I have this for all of them. They're all bullied.
Mm-hmm.
But Mike is bullied him as well, but like he's more focused on his friends than himself.
I actually noticed that too. I said he was always talking up his boys.
Yeah, because he like the scene is when he gets pushed on the ground and he gets his chin cut open, but Dustin is also like
they're making him do
and he's just like, are like after they go away or whatever, it's like, oh, are you okay? Like you're the one who has like a full on injury, but you're more concerned about your friends, and he's a good friend.
Yeah, Mike has the makings of a hero very early in the show. Yeah. And what I love about that is that he is not your typical male hero, which is great. We already have that. We have that in Hopper.
Yeah.
But Mike is kind of a quiet strength. Mm-hmm. He's there to support, and he's there to help, and he's there to make sure everyone else understands their value. Well, and,
you said about not being typical heroes. The whole point of this show in general was, like, I feel like, was to set up non-typical heroes as heroes. They're outcasts. They're bullied. Yeah. They're teased. They're not popular.
Yeah. And not to make this a conversation about, like, masculinity in TV or anything, but, like, we have 3 different forms of that right there in the kids. We have Mike, who is this quieter, like I just said, working to support everyone else while not really focusing on himself or showing any kind of outward strength. He's got inner strength.
Yeah.
You've got Lucas, who throughout the show is essentially the party's muscle. Mm-hmm. Like, he is the guy to go to when stuff gets physical.
Yeah.
Which isn't to say he's not also depicted as being incredibly intelligent.
No, he's very smart.
And you've got Dustin, who struggles with that, who struggles with his masculinity, I would say, because in the term of sense,
like, oh, am I strong enough? That
like, am I a dude? It's not like that's outwardly happening constantly, but it's very much rooted in his relationship with Steve. Mm-hmm. And
he's looking for the
paternal male figure.
The role model, because he doesn't have one, which we will touch on those more when we get to their deep dives. But
right. But I think it's important. I think it's interesting that we have these 3 different depictions of masculinity through these 3 kids. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially because they're all developing as people, and we see how they develop.
We see, yeah.
On that same note of, like, Mike really being a hero from the very beginning, when Will's missing, he's the first one to step up, and he immediately wants to find him. Mm-hmm. This isn't like, oh, this is for the adults to handle. No, Mike from the get-go is like, we have to find Will.
we're gonna be a part of the search party. Oh, yeah. You don't want us to be part of the search party? Okay, then we're gonna go out and do it on our own.
Right. This is our party.
It's belching.
I'm sorry. I'm drinking a lot of water over here.
What else you got for season 1? I mean, they find 11. How he is with her. He's kind of the only one that is like, this is somebody who needs help. We should help her.
Yeah, and he's also immediately in love with her.
Yeah, well.
Like, from the get-go.
Right from the beginning.
Yeah, I think that aspect of Mike is also very important, is this protective nature. It goes with what we were saying about how he is with his friends, but it extends to Elle in a big way. Mm-hmm. Because he sees someone who needs protection, and he doesn't think, oh, let's take her to the authorities. Let's take her to, like, child services. It's like, oh, this is somebody who needs protecting. I will protect you.
I can do it. Right.
Yeah.
I can do this. Something that I guess it's sort of character-ish, but something that is throughout the show. He tells her that she can keep the door open 3 inches because she doesn't like it being closed.
I wrote that too.
And I thought that he's the one who
introduced the 3 inches rule before Hopper did.
Yep. Everybody thinks that Hopper did it, but he did it. She was afraid to have the door shut, and he was like, okay, well, how can I make this better? Oh, just keep it open 3 inches.
Yeah, just keep the door cracked.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need a way out, you have a way out.
Exactly. Oh, okay.
I mean, that's really all I wrote about season 1.
We don't really have much for season 1.
There is
also,
more to
we
say.
haven't watched it in so long that I feel like a lot of what we were watching it.
Yeah.
Because we hadn't watched it since we went back to start this podcast.
Yeah.
Which was years ago.
I think we can also kind of touch on, in season 1, his kind of... the way his relationship shifts with Elle over the course of just a few days.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not so smitten that he doesn't get angry with her.
No, because he tells her to go away when they find
Will's
body.
The Will's body.
Will's body. He's just like, well, you lied. You said he was okay. Get out of here.
Right. So it's not like we built him up as this one-note person.
No.
Mike believes what he believes very quickly and very hard, but he is not so inflexible as to never change his mind.
Right.
This isn't like Paragon Hero. This is a kid.
Yeah. He's what, 12?
Yeah. And he doesn't deal well with the loss of Elle at the end of the season either.
No.
He is thoroughly convinced that she's still out there. You know, we see him playing D&D again with the group, but he's not himself.
No, because he lost somebody that he, oh my God. He lost someone that he cares about. In, kind of what seems like a horrific way.
Yeah, I mean, essentially watching her evaporate after they had that whole conversation about going to the snowball together.
Right.
And him essentially being like, hey, you can live with me and my family.
Mm-hmm.
And
he had plans.
He'll stay with us and, you'll get to live a normal life. Like, he was planning their future from the get-go. And in a way that 11 was very clearly open to. Like, I want a normal life.
Mm-hmm.
I want to, and I thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We're not there yet, huh?
I know. I gotta hold it back. Sorry. All right. So should we go to season 2? I mean, I don't know. How do you want to do this? We're just gonna talk stream of consciousness.
Yeah,
now?
I mean,
okay.
Season 2, we pick up exactly where he left off. He's still looking for Elle.
He's looking for Elle, but they also season 2 don't they show? Is it season 2 where they show like they're all coming to the kids are getting interviewed, like questioned by the lab people, and he's like, I wouldn't, even if I don't know where she is, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Like,
Kid's got guts.
He's so ready to ready and wanting to protect her, even though for all he knows, she's dead.
Yeah. But like, I think that's the best part is it seems like he never really wavers on whether or not she's out there.
No.
Like, there's very little doubt.
Yeah.
To him that she's still out there. Because a whole year later, he's still sitting there with the walkie trying to reach her. I did say he was acting out. He's being more reckless. I can't remember exactly what that was in reference to, but yeah, he's got a worse attitude overall. Because he's unhappy, which is fair.
He's more sullen, but he is this season you really get to see his relationship with Will specifically.
Yeah.
Because, you have Dustin kind of do it. He's got his own thing with Dart, and then later with
even
Steve.
Before that, Dustin and Lucas.
And Dustin and Lucas are they start out they're infatuated with Max. She's the new girl. And Mike is kind of like, oh, I don't care. I don't want to include her. She's not part of our party.
Yeah, you're trying to replace the girl in our party. Right,
you're trying to replace the girl in our party. And our friend here is clearly going through something. Like, he takes notice to, what's happening with Will right away. When they go trick-or-treating, and Will...
Even before that, arcade.
Right, at the arcade. Will goes outside, and Mike is the one that goes and finds him outside. And is like, oh, you okay? And then Halloween, when things start to get, worse, he goes to find Will. and he helps take Will home.
And he tells him, well, if you're going crazy, we'll go crazy together.
Right. He's the first one to out of the group to find Will when he's being possessed by the Mind Flayer in the yard. Like, he's this is, in my opinion, this is Mike's best season.
Yeah, you get the most out of him as a the best understanding of him as a person. He never stops being protective of the people around him. He shows that he's got a strategic mind for how to deal with the crazy shit that's going on with the Mind Flayer. Like, Mike is constantly proving himself in this season.
Yeah.
As the person you want on your side.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's with Will when when they're at the hospital.
Yep.
You know, when they first he's the one who realizes that, you know, he's being used as the spy. He's the only party member that's at the initial interrogation of Will.
And he was there the entire time Will was, you know, he likes it cold.
Right.
And he was drawing the pictures.
He's at the buyer's house the whole time. Like, this is...
He spends the most time of the season, like, out of any character in the season, dealing with the main threat.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's usually the kids that are dealing with the main threat, but he's in it. He's in the shit this season. With Will. From start to finish, essentially. All while dealing with his own stuff with, you know, the girl that he loves is not there. He's got a new
person who wants to be his friend and work her way into their group. He lost Elle. He's losing Will.
Yeah.
He loses Bob.
Right. He's the most upset about the loss of Bob. Out of all of them.
We do get some, I think...
They're all upset, but
Yeah, the comics show us some stuff of Will being upset, which is, like, off-screen, you know. But on-screen, yeah, Mike has his whole spiel about, you know who founded Hawkins AV?
Yeah.
It was Bob. Like, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Bob.
Right. He's just great in season 2.
Yeah. And he's very clear on Will being his closest friend.
Yeah. Will is his best friend, and it's evident in this season.
Yeah, and he and Elle reuniting is great.
I also really like the moment when it's like right after they get reunited, there's this really good moment between Mike and Hopper.
Yeah, where he loses it at him.
But Hopper lets him. Like, he's freaking out, and it starts out, he's like punching him and everything, and then it turns into a hug, and he's pissed off, but like Hopper lets him because he knows how much Elle meant to him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good moment for Hopper also, but like I don't know.
I think it's
one of my favorites.
It's a little funny when Hopper's like freaking out in season 3 about they're spending so much time together. Like, Hop, you saw the reaction when she came back.
Right.
Like, these two have more history than you do with Elle.
Than you do. Yeah.
I feel like that's something everybody forgets consistently. That Elle has more history with the party than anybody else. Aside from, I guess, Vecna. Or like Papa. You know, her biggest connection is to the main party, and of the main party, her biggest connection is Mike. Because immediately after finding her, she comes to Mike's house. He skips school to spend the day with her and like help get her acclimated to what it's like in the world in a normal house.
He was the first person to treat her like a person.
Yeah. He was,
and that means a lot to both of that. Like, that shows a lot of who he is.
Yeah.
As a character.
It never dawned on him to treat her any other way.
Yeah.
Like, Lucas was kind of scared of her. He thought she was a freak.
Yeah.
Dustin was like, she has powers? Okay, she's my circus monkey.
Yeah.
Make this move.
Do this, yeah.
Not Mike.
No, Mike, yeah. And he's that way in season 3, which we're gonna get to. I don't know if you wrote like any of that down, but like,
well, in season 3, he's kind of a shit
to his friends,
to everybody.
Yeah,
except Elle.
So I guess we'll just dive into season 3. Season 3 is when we start to kind of see some out of character moments for him. I mean,
I think a lot of it's excusable in season 3.
Not necessarily fully out of character. He is supposed to be like, this is the summer before they're going to high school. So he's like 14. Things are going to be different when you're 14 than they were when you were like 11 and 12.
And she's like, they're actually dating.
Right. They're teenagers. This is how they are. But he's super focused on just 11 to the point where he's like kind of forgetting his other friends.
And you know what? I think, well, first of all, I think that's a little bit normal for a 14-year-old boy.
It is.
But also, I feel like because they have to be so secretive about everything, that's part of it. Like, if they were able to interact in a normal way outside of the cabin,
like him her going to the mall and him being able to like take her to the movies or taking her to get ice cream, taking her to the car, like that fair thing. Like
they essentially only see each other at Elle's house in Elle's room.
Yeah.
That's it.
With the door open 3 inches.
Yes. When they remember.
When they remember. But also he's really shitty to Hopper this season.
But I think he does it because it makes her laugh.
Yeah, but then it pisses Hopper off.
Yeah, then he essentially has to lie to her in order to keep dating her.
Yeah, and because he's now terrified of Hopper.
Yeah. But then, like, for a good long while, he and Lucas are just completely fixated on their girlfriends, while Will is desperately trying to get them to just hang out with him.
Yeah.
Which eventually Mike does recognize. It takes him way too long to recognize it. But to his credit, when he does, he owns up to it, and he talks to Will about how he was being a jerk.
Yeah. Maybe don't stare. I heard maybe don't stare daggers at the person you want to get back. I guess this is after
when they're at the mall
after she dumps him and because he's giving her such dirty looks. It's like that's not how you win somebody back, bro.
Yeah, that's not how this works.
That's not how that works. He also okay, so I had kind of touched on it before, but he doesn't want her to be used or exploited for her powers, even though kind of like the way he's going about it comes off as selfish.
Yeah, he seems intentionally obtuse about how he feels.
Yeah, he's coming at it as from a place of like, no, we don't. Like, she shouldn't have to do this for you.
She is a person.
She's a person. She should be able to make her own decisions, not realizing that these are the decisions that she's making. She's okay with doing this.
I think there's another layer to it, though, where he sees how badly she wants to be the hero and fix things. And he sees where that could get her in trouble.
He's not wrong. It does.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if you remember that whole scene with Billy. She almost dies. He hits Billy with a bat.
Which scene?
During the sauna.
Oh, the sauna. That's a really good one too. I love that scene. That's a good episode.
Yeah, and like when she finally knocks him through the wall and he runs away.
Yeah,
Mike's there holding her.
Yeah, and she just collapses into him.
Yeah,
because it takes so much of her to fight this thing. He's the first one to grab her when the mind flayer tries to take her out of the the top of the roof of the cabin. I don't know that has anything to do with character, but
it does, because he's consistently the person to go, oh, I don't have powers? Bet. I'm gonna go help anyway.
Bet.
No powers, no problem. I'm getting in there.
Let me do this.
Yeah. Hold my beer. I got this.
I got this.
I think ultimately in season 3, we see a lot of his flaws come out, but they're the same flaws any teenager would have. And it ultimately has him apologizing for being selfish.
Yeah, I do.
And moving on.
Yeah, I did write that he realizes that he hasn't been a good person or a friend to his friends, and he hasn't been a good boyfriend to her.
Yeah. And then there's season 4.
This is the downward spiral continues.
This is the season of character assassination.
For so many characters.
So he's giddy as a schoolgirl reading his letter from Elle.
Mm-hmm. Yup.
It's very funny. I don't know where to go with that.
I don't know.
Like we don't see him again. He has the whole scene with Eddie.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Well, it's him and Dustin and Lucas, and they're talking about how this is before we even meet Eddie, talking about how, you know, they have the final campaign is tonight and blah blah blah, and Mike comes off as a little bit scared of him. Honestly, they both Dustin and Mike come off as being scared of Eddie, but once they're in his presence, you can see Mike kind of like looks up to him.
They're both emulating him a little bit.
They are, and that was actually something that was said by I don't want to butcher her name, so I'm just gonna say the hair person that works on Stranger Things. She said, I remember watching like a thing about it when season 4 came out, that she had Mike's hair longer because of Eddie. Yeah. Like he was that was his way of like, this is somebody that I look up to. I kind of want to, you know. Which is funny because
ultimately Dustin is the one who goes all in.
Goes all in, yeah. But he loses that though when he goes to California because he dresses like a dweeb.
Yeah, he's a total
because California.
Yeah. Like, wasn't it like socks with sandals and like
he's got
a Hawaiian
socks with
shirt?
Sandals, a Hawaiian shirt with like a yellow shirt on top of it, some stupid visor and sunglasses. Like, where do you think you are?
And he's immediately super weird with Will as soon as he gets off the plane.
Yeah. Yeah. Will is at the airport with 11 and Jonathan, who's stoned out of his mind. And they're like, Will and 11 are both super excited to see him, and he gives 11 the big hug, blah, blah, blah. And he like barely acknowledges Will. It's like, oh, hi, how are you? Like, dude, he's supposed to be your best friend. Did you not, like, you can't give him a hug? You haven't seen him in months.
Same friend who in season 2 you like watched after and were closer to than anyone else. Right, like you were
going to the freaking ends of the earth for this guy, this kid.
Who you had an entire character arc in season 3 with of, hey, I'm not acknowledging him the way I should be, and like I gotta be a better friend to him. And you decided to not do that. To just completely disregard that revelation from season 3.
Yeah.
And lose touch with your best friend. And have a very half-assed conversation about it further down the line. We'll talk about that later. But like, this is why I hate a lot of the character stuff that went down in season 4.
Yeah.
And I think it was particularly with the California group.
It, for real, yes. Like, I have a lot of not so nice notes about Mike in regards to 11.
Yeah. The things that were happening in Hawkins, everyone stayed pretty consistent.
Yeah. Well, because they were dealing with
Hawkins.
Shit. Something she mentions, he never writes love Mike on any of his things.
Never tells her he loves her.
Never tells her he loves her. She writes love Elle on all of her stuff, and he just puts from Mike.
And I get that, you know, towards the end of the season they use that. That's a point that they make of, you know, he felt like if he said it, you know, she wouldn't, like, she'd realize that he was normal, and it was kind of dumb. It was a really half-assed answer.
It's his insecurities, essentially.
Yeah, it's his insecurities. Like, he's made it very clear that he loves her, but he's weirdly insecure about it later.
I have this is the last note that I have for him, and I'm just going to say it because we just started talking. He feels inferior to her.
I don't know about inferior.
In that capacity, though.
Sure. Yeah,
because
okay.
she's got powers and he doesn't.
Yeah, he thinks that one day she's going to wake up and realize, oh, well, why am I with him?
Right.
He's just this guy who gave me attention when I was little.
Right. I can do all this cool shit. He can't.
And Will is the one who pushes for him to get out of that mindset. Like, no, Mike, you're the heart of the party.
Yeah.
Like, you're the one who holds us all together. It's like, yeah, he's doing a really shitty job of that in season 4.
Yeah, he's so quick to dismiss anything Will has to say. He's always so quick to dismiss Will, who was his best friend. Season 2 Mike would hate season 4 Mike.
Yeah. When they were at Rinkomania. So he goes after the DJ to stop the song instead of going to save 11.
Right, he didn't stop the bullying from happening to 11. He just let it freaking happen.
Season 1, 2 Mike, no, would not have that wouldn't have flown. He would have gone out there the second he saw something was wrong and grabbed her and pulled her away. It's weird that he goes to the DJ and it's like, oh, turn this off. That's not going to help anything. And Mike is smarter than that.
I have such an issue with the Rinkomania stuff with him and after. He doesn't have her back like he used to.
And he dismisses Will outright when he tries to tell him what a hard time Elle's been having.
Right. He doesn't listen. He doesn't listen to Will. Will knows what's going on with her, but he's just whatever. No, that's not it. He's upset that she hurt someone. Meanwhile,
he's going, "What did you do?"
Right. It's okay for her to use her powers to injure someone if he's going to benefit from it, because he had no problem when she broke that kid's arm or made him pee himself.
Yep.
In season 1. That was okay. But I guess because she didn't use her powers and she stood up for herself in a physical way without powers, that's not all right.
No.
And that's not okay. That doesn't sit right with me, and I don't think it would sit right with season 2 Mike either.
Same. And like when Jonathan is, stoned out of his mind, he's like, I'm sure she's fine. She's okay. I'm sure she's okay. And Mike goes, she didn't look fine.
Yeah, she didn't look okay.
A weird out of left field asshole comment. What, like, did Elle not live up to your standard for her in that moment?
Right. Like
it's so weird.
It didn't benefit him. She didn't use her powers, and it didn't benefit him.
And, like, again, this is wildly inconsistent with the character we've had up to this point.
Yeah.
And you can't blame this one on hormones. You just can't.
No, you can't. You really can't. It's that whole thing, that whole situation is very out of character from what we know of him. From, honestly, the first 3 seasons.
Yep.
Because I don't know that season 3 Mike probably would not have had that same reaction.
No, he wouldn't.
So.
On the plus side, well, not plus side yet, because I also feel like his apology to Will was really half-assed.
Half-assed apology to Will.
But, putting that aside, it's his idea to go see Susie, so he's still kind of trying to lead the party in the ways that he can during this season.
Mm-hmm. The leader elements are still there.
Yeah.
In a way.
I don't think he's dense enough to not understand Will's feelings. I feel like at this point, he sort of understands what's going on. Mm-hmm. They try to play it off like he doesn't, and I find that very hard to believe.
I mean, he does say something. He yells at Will in season 3 and tells him it's not my fault you don't like girls.
Yeah.
So I can see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
I don't,
then we get a little bit of regular Mike back when they're preparing the bath.
Yeah.
Him
when they
playing
have
around with the glasses.
With the glasses and with the pizza and everything. Like, towards the end of the season, it's better. He's better.
Yeah.
he is a completely different person at the end of the season than he is, at the beginning.
He's season
of the
2 Mike again.
Yeah. Nah. Season 2 Mike is like peak Mike. He's not.
Well, I'm saying he's only like that for a few scenes.
Yeah.
He has his confession to Elle where he tells her how he's dealing with this inferiority complex, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
He tells her he doesn't know how to live without her. Like, you're my superhero.
Yeah.
And him telling her that is what kind of pushes the fight back in the party's direction.
Mm-hmm.
So again, inadvertently, without powers, Mike influences the flow of events.
The flow of events, how things go.
But I don't want to give him credit for...
No, don't.
No, I don't want to give him credit for things shifting to them. I mean, I don't know how to feel about the fact that 11 can't fight back until he tells her he loves her.
But she needed that.
Yes.
Because that was something that was sitting, that was sitting on her.
Yeah.
So she needed to hear that, I guess, to, push her to where she needed to be.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I get what you mean, though, and, you don't want to give Mike the credit for her being yeah, I'm badass again.
Yeah, exactly.
But
it
was her insecurity that was kind of
holding her back.
Yeah.
It's a little weird to me how disconnected from the main events of the season Mike is.
He's always in
the thick of it.
Mm-hmm.
Putting him in California and doing that whole subplot, he needed to be there, but it was very jarring to not have him involved in any of the Vecna goings-ons.
Yeah. Yeah. With everybody else.
Yeah. And then we get back to Hawkins. Mm-hmm. Nobody tells him, I guess, that Eddie's dead. Because he doesn't seem to react at all.
I mean, to be honest, they all kind of brush it off at the end of the season.
Except Dustin.
Dustin only doesn't brush it off because he has that conversation with his uncle.
He was carrying it around.
Yeah, but he wasn't. I don't know. He was pretty happy-go-lucky for a bit there when they were packing up the van and stuff. But this isn't Dustin's episode. This is Mike's episode.
Yeah,
but I do agree. This was somebody that he had his hair. He was keeping his hair long because he wanted to look this always happens. This always freaking happens. We get on a tangent about Eddie.
We're talking about season 4. This is directly correlated. This is important. Mike was literally
modeling himself after him. They were part of his club. I just feel like there needed to be more of an impact after the fact, and we didn't get that.
Yeah. And Mike clearly had this connection with him because Mike was the forever DM.
Mm-hmm.
He ran all of his games for his friends. Then all of a sudden he's got this older guy running games for them.
Right.
And he gets to be a player, and that matters.
Yeah. There's that.
Season 5. A return to form for Mike Wheeler.
I was gonna say what you want about season 5. Season 5, Mike.
And say it loudly.
Yeah, say it loudly. Don't keep those opinions to yourself. If you didn't like it, it's okay. It's been over long enough. You can share your opinions.
Without getting too deep into this, we're not going to get deep into this.
No.
But rewatching season 5 after watching 1 through 4, in sequence, was so difficult.
Yeah, it was hard.
It was really hard. I'm sure we're going to talk about this another time, but I urge you, if you're going to rewatch all of go back and rewatch all of Stranger Things. Start at season 1. Do it,
because it's amazing.
Go all the way through season 5, and you're going to feel so disjointed through season 5. Yeah. It's a different show.
It's a completely different show.
And I was poo-pooing people who were saying that while we were watching season 5. I was like, yeah, it's different, but it's not. It's still Stranger Things.
It feels weird.
It feels incredibly weird to watch the entire show in sequence.
Yeah.
And to go through season 5 and be like, this doesn't feel anything like the show I was watching for the last, 30 days.
Well, 30 days for us, yeah.
Yeah. Tangent over.
Tangent over. Season 5, Mike. We are not quite at season 2, Mike, But we are close.
We're very close.
We are very close. Season 5, Mike, is like back to what we are used to.
He's back to being a leader.
Yeah.
In a way that matters.
He sticks up for Dustin.
He does.
We haven't seen him stick up for any of his friends.
He's not afraid to stand up for himself anymore. Yep. He's not afraid to stand up for his friends. This Mike will walk right up to you and tell you to fuck off.
Yes. He's back to knowing how to be a friend, but there is a slight difference, and Dustin brings it up. He is too willing to follow the rules of what everybody else has put in place.
Everyone is.
Everybody, yeah, they're all that way. Like, all except for Dustin. Dustin's why are we following the rules? We never follow the rules.
That's how we get things done.
That's how we get things done.
Which
right.
is a perfectly legitimate way of seeing it, honestly. Yeah. But, like, it makes sense for Mike, because now he's kind of got his own leadership position within the group.
He's in charge of the party.
He's in charge of the tech side of the crawls.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of... I know Dustin's the one creating their tech, but it seems like Mike is the one planning things out.
Yeah, he's the leader of the party when they do the crawls.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, because Nancy is the leader on the other side.
Yeah.
So...
It's a tiered structure with Hopper at the top and the Wheelers working underneath Hopper.
Yep.
Which is very funny when you think about Hopper and Mike's relationship throughout the
series. Yeah.
Like in season 5, they landed on this place of like absolute respect for each other. I did write down being a big brother is a good look for Mike. We get to see his interactions with Holly. I love that scene with him and Holly where he gives her the necklace. It's so good because like it's also so sweet. Like he made a D&D character for her. Like he's like, I was gonna wait until you were older, but here you go. You can have this now. It's adorable. I think it's also cool how Mike is the one to put together the pieces about Mr. Whatsit. Yeah. We're back to Mike kind of figuring things out about stuff. Although, for being real with season 5, it didn't seem like they did this intentionally. Every character in season 5 got at least one scene where they discovered what was going on. They did. Every single one of them. Everybody got a little something. Everyone either figured something out or made a plan. It was it was overkill. It's fine. I also like that he gave Dustin the benefit of the doubt. Dustin clearly showed up having gotten the crap kicked out of him. Yeah. And he's like, oh, I drove my bike into a pole. I didn't know. I wrote that too, and thank you for bringing that up, because I'm like, what does that mean? He's just so innocent. He's just like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. You okay, buddy? Let's go. We got stuff to do. Yeah. Very funny that he didn't question that. Also, his whole conversation with Elle about going somewhere with 3 waterfalls. Yes. We're right back to season 2, Mike. Yep. Like I feel like this is the development we should have seen in season 4. Yeah. Because this is the fully realized Mike Wheeler. Yeah. And a lot of the characters get there in season 5, I think. That's kind of the point. Yeah. But like, I like the way he interacts with everybody in the season. He even piggybacks on Will's plan to help him fully flesh it out when Will has the plan. Yeah. Like, again, he's got no issue being the support. No. He's in it. He's in it for the long haul. Adamantly believes that Will can control the hive. Yeah. Before any of the crazy stuff Before any of the sorcerer stuff. He's like, no, you don't understand, Will. You are strong. Like, you have this power. You can do something. He's a supportive friend. Which he was all the way back in season 1. He had his friends' backs, and he's got them now. And he even takes the lead during the big Demogorgon scene. Oh my, to save the kids. I actually I wrote something down here too. About like when the soldier like slaps Derek upside the head. Yep. Mike is like ready to throw down with that soldier because he touched one of his kids. Excuse me, you don't mess with delightful Derek. He's mine. And that's actually really funny because when they're leaving on the way out, like when they're going back from the upside out, Derek's like smiling and waving at Mike.
At him. Mike's just like, all right. But he like tries to lead all the kids to safety.
He's doing what Daddy Steve did for him.
Right. He's this human shield. And he stands in front of, like, there's, like, 4 kids that he's trying to protect. He
protects them from cars, protects them from guns, protects them from demogorgons.
Demogorgons, like, he does not care. He's like, this is my job. I am the leader. I help protect you. When you have a good role model, I guess it's just what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Steve's everybody's role model.
Yeah, sorry, he's not till like the 9th episode. Just be patient.
Hey, we're not giving anything away. Well, the order is the order.
Or maybe not. We'll see. You have to follow us on Instagram for some guessing games. Yeah. Anyway, Mike likes the butthole surfers. I don't know if that's a character trait, but it's nice to know.
I'd say taste in music is a character trait, sure.
Yeah. Well, no, you know what? You're right, because you can tell a lot about a person by what music they listen to.
Yes, they can. Or yes, we can. It's decked out in 3 different pieces of My Chemical Romance clothing right now. I
had my pants on.
You've got your My Chem cozy pants, your My Chem t-shirt, and your My Chem hoodie.
I like My Chemical Romance.
2 black parades and 3 cheers.
And there are 3 cheers. I have no shame.
None.
They're my favorite.
Are any of these bracelets My Chem?
No, they're not.
Okay,
no.
Because I know you've got those too.
I do. The one that I bought broke, so all the ones I have that now are from
the show,
the concert that people made, which is cool. But anyway,
yeah.
We digress. This is not the My Chemical Romance podcast. Sorry. Okay, what do you got? Yet. What you got? What else?
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of trail off from there for a pretty long while on Mike. I come back to him before the final battle where he really apologizes to Will. You know,
no,
telling
not
him
best friends.
Yeah, no, not friends, best friends. It's super cheesy.
Can I tell you? I hate that. I hated it. I hated it. I'm glad. I liked that they apologized, but that like friends, no. Best friend, no, I did not like that.
It was such a weird.
I did not like that. It made me uncomfortable.
We're back in season 1 line, like we are children.
Yeah, like it
was very weird.
I don't want to say cringy, but
it was cringy.
I cringed,
and it wasn't the delivery. It wasn't anything. It was just a badly written
bad line. Like why? No, you didn't have to do that. But anyway, they have their big fight quotation marks.
He gets the flare gun.
It works though.
It's great. I love that.
It works. You know, Lucas made fun of him a little bit, but he made the thing get caught. He burned it. Sorry, I forgot words.
You're good. Lucas got the gasoline on it, and Mike burned the crap out of it.
Burned it.
So coming back to kind of the whole scene with Elle towards the end, where they're saying goodbye, a beautifully acted desperation. I think that was great.
So I have feelings about that. Him and her talking in the mindscape, I like a lot more than his screaming.
Yeah, agreed.
Because that just didn't. People.
But we're not here to talk about the actors.
Okay. I just didn't like that as a choice.
Sure.
But no, his scene with her in the mindscape, like pleading for her not to do that, you know,
not to leave.
I feel like that was very much in character. He already lost her once.
Yep. Twice.
Twice?
Season 2 and season 4.
Right. Season 4, their whole subplot is them finding her. Yeah, he's already lost her twice. He doesn't want to lose her again. And in losing her this last time, it is the final time. She doesn't come back from this.
No. And I will say, very weird choice not to say I love you back to her.
Yeah.
I don't understand that at all, especially when saying I love you was such a big deal for them.
Yeah.
Very weird to me that she would say I love you
and he wouldn't say
it back.
Yeah.
I don't get that at all. I mean, that's really all I have on season 5, Mike. We could talk a little about
the
really beautiful ending.
I was just going to say, like, it comes, what we started out saying about him being a storyteller comes back around at the final moments of season 5, where they're having their last campaign, and he tells this story about what happened to the mage.
Yeah, but even before that, just telling the stories of
everybody's lives, of every character's lives, and what they're gonna go on. What they're going to
do and who they're going to be. And it shows how well he knows his friends.
How well he knows his friends. Right. It goes back to what we established in the early seasons, that he's a storyteller and he's a good friend.
Yep.
He knows his friends. He's there for his friends. He's able to, literally talk about what they're going to do in a story, like,
with their lives.
In a story, like, way.
And he himself, the storyteller, is going to continue telling stories.
Yeah.
Which I'm just going to say, the whole ending the show on the Stranger Things D&D module, headcanon, I love the idea that Mike would have gone on to write his own D&D adventure around Stranger Things.
Not that the show was a D&D game. That's not what he's saying.
No. But that module we see at the end was created
by Mike based on his actual experiences.
Yeah. I don't think that was the intention. I think it was just meant to look cool and to be, like, very thematic.
Yeah.
But that's my headcanon. Anyway.
You know what? I like it. I'm okay with that.
And his explanation as to what happened to Elle. We'll talk more about it in general when we talk about Elle, but
yeah.
I like. I mean, obviously, I like that he's the one to tell this story.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know what to say here, actually. As far as Mike as a character goes, it makes perfect sense that he would tell this story not just to comfort his friends, to comfort himself, but in his unwavering belief that Elle is out there, that he had as a kid. I think he still carries that.
Yeah.
I don't think he's lying to himself. I think he believes this wholeheartedly. And
she's there.
And it's
somewhere.
Not just because of the conversation he had with Hopper about moving on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Mike will ever move on.
No.
But yeah, that he will never move on fully from 11, but he will use that time with her to enrich his life moving forward.
Yeah. In my head, I like to imagine that a few years down the line, he goes traveling to try to find some place with 3 waterfalls, and they find each other.
I'm sure we've all seen it on the internet. Somebody cut together a fake edit.
They did
of them finding each other, and it's like, that's how it should end.
I want that to happen so badly.
Yeah,
but I've rewatched this series and this season, and I'm a cynic now. So
yeah. I mean, his entire explanation is so on point that I feel like if you argue with it, you're just being intentionally obtuse.
Yeah.
Like, yes, he is absolutely right. They had their things trained on 11 that made it so that her powers didn't work.
Yeah.
How would they even have that conversation in the Mindscape if she was being crippled by those things?
It wouldn't have happened.
Also, every single time we see those being used on her, she is literally crippled by it.
Yeah.
But she's just going to stand there.
She can barely
move.
She manages to move twice. Once with Dr. K and then at the end. But, barely.
Yeah.
She's doubled over in pain.
Yeah. So, Mike's story shakes out, as far as I'm concerned.
I believe.
I
said it when we talked about when we talked about the series finale. I said I believe.
Yeah.
And then I watched the documentary, but I still believe. I still believe.
We should make an episode about that documentary because it's.
Well, let's focus
terrible.
on this first.
Yeah, we got 21 weeks of episodes.
21 weeks of episodes. You get to hear us yap about characters straight through to July.
If you stick around, which we hope you do.
We hope you do. We like talking. We hope you like listening.
I think that's everything we have to say about Mike.
It is, yeah. I don't have anything else about Mike.
Mike
he comes
is
full circle.
Arguably the main character of Stranger Things.
100%.
You could also argue that the main character is Hopper or 11. But when it comes right down to it,
I wouldn't put Hopper. I would say it would be either if it's not going to be Mike, it would be 11.
I think Hopper probably has the most screen time and development outside of those
one
two.
of the adult characters.
He is the adult character,
right?
But yeah, it's a shared story between Mike and 11. But ultimately, I feel like Mike is the main character because he is the lens through which everything is told.
It starts at his house. It ends at his house.
Yeah, outside of season 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is what we have to say about Mike Wheeler.
That is the deep dive on Mike Wheeler.
The heart of the party.
Heart of the party. Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining.
We're going to do this again next week.
We're not going to say who we're talking about. You have to follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram. We have put together a very fun game that we're going to do every week.
I did it for Mike. Shout out to our friends over at the Ham Radio Podcast. Radio Media Podcast. They guessed correctly that this week's episode was Mike.
Plus, they boosted us. They're
posted
great.
About us. We love them.
We do. We really do. We
give them a listen.
We love what they do, and we love talking to them.
Yeah. So give them a listen. You can find them everywhere.
Much more easily.
Much more easier than us. We're just on YouTube. But yeah. So follow us on Instagram, Hawkins Hellfire Collective. I will post next week a couple pictures related to who the episode is about, and if you feel like playing along, you can comment or leave a little DM, and I will post when the episode I'll reveal the answer a couple days after,
and we'll give a shout out to the first person who gets it right.
Yes
So do all the YouTube things, subscribe, hit the bell, set notifications to all so that you know
so you
when
don't
we're
miss any of these.
Take a look at our backlog. We took all of the episodes that we did throughout our entire run of this, over 50 episodes talking about Stranger Things.
We're close to 60.
Close to 60. Got them all up on YouTube.
Yep.
So there's hours and hours of listening if you enjoy listening to our voices. And also, we recently learned about the hype button. If you're listening to us on mobile, hit the hype button. Apparently, it helps with the algorithm. Boost us. Thanks for hanging out. And signing off from the Hawkins Hellfire Collective, I'm Zach Grubb.
And I'm Devin Grubb. Dusty Buns gets it done.